how do you think that AI landscape has evolved? Because clearly you've been involved with this for a while, particularly going back to kind of if I was to say, where I've often thought big computing, big data models and analytics are, weather's been one of those things that people have been picking out for years and years. So over the course of the last your last 10 years, particularly through, what has changed, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, the big thing that's come out in the last couple of years is generative AI, which really didn't exist. Like when I got my master's degree, I went through and learned a number of the state-of-the-art techniques at the time. Deep learning and neural networks were state-of-the-art. But what we've seen is, as that area has advanced and then computing resources has, become more available to do some of this large-scale analysis, generative AI has really exploded. And it's not just large language models. You see generative AI with the things NVIDIA and AMD are doing with like image supersampling. And then you see, generative AI is across audio, video, text. It's really just blowing up and creating this entire new category of ways to leverage AI that didn't exist 5 or 10 years ago. All
right. So you've seen quite a shift.
It's huge. Yeah.
Do you think, we talked a little bit at the very beginning of the stream that some of the core math hasn't really changed. What's accelerated the implementation of that? Will we right there?
It's all matrix calculations when you get down to it. And the advancements in the last couple of years of really being able to have these really powerful GPUs and then understanding the techniques which let us leverage them in massive parallelization is really what sort of accelerated things.
Okay.
But yeah, at the end of the day, generative AI is built around this idea of taking natural language text or images and building these embedding spaces where you have a latent understanding of how things are connected.
Yep.
And then you can use that to generate new things. And that's just a lot of CPU power or GPU power specifically in parallel, analyzing a huge amount of data to build out this large latent understanding space, that's really the new thing in the last 5-10 years, is that we didn't have the processing power or the understanding of the techniques to get there 10 years ago.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.